So I'm thinking about the future for men and women in romantic relationships. What I'm thinking initially is that the future is not looking too rosy. I think men will increasingly seek to avoid romance with women. There are so many risks, so much harm to a man's life can result from a relationship with a woman. Accusations and mistreatment, divorce, rape, I think it's called, where a man loses much of his assets as a result of divorce and loses access to children as well. I'm trying to think of a way to describe this situation, and it's as if men are used as a tool to produce children because a woman needs a man's sperm. And a woman also seeks to take his assets as well. But it seems that women, increasingly, I would say, don't want to have the man himself. They want his assets, they want his sperm, and that's pretty much where it ends. They don't want him as such. I haven't thought about this very long, but it does seem to be the case that romance between men and women will become and is becoming less worthwhile for men, less advisable. I'm seeing that men and women are separating in terms of romantic relationships. It's simply not sensible for a man to be involved with a woman as things stand today. He's making himself very vulnerable in terms of accusation or some kind of abuse, some kind of harm to the woman. And she can claim this in a number of ways. And there is support for this reality. It's very difficult for a man to romance a woman in a way that doesn't make himself vulnerable. It does appear that men and women are separating. And I think men going their own way is becoming a more sensible route for men to take in life. It's extremely difficult, obviously, but it is looking like the most sensible way for men to go. To regard women in the same way as we regard cocaine. So women give obvious pleasure and enjoyment, but the cost, the damaging cost, it means that it's simply not worth what it costs to achieve romance. Now, for men, sex is obviously a great prize and is important in life, but deeply sadly, I think men have to turn away from sex, leave sex off the table. In the same way as we avoid cocaine or heroin or whatever, there is obvious pleasure of some sort in those activities, but it's very inadvisable. And I think the same applies to women. Women are essentially, from a man's point of view, the same as cocaine. So men have to decide if they want the benefits of a relationship with a woman and are prepared to take the risks. And those risks are more commonly certainties of harm to his life as a result of a relationship. The bottom line is that women, for men, romantic relationships with women are looking like a bad deal, a bad thing to do. And this is quite dramatic to see it this way, but I think it is reality. The future is not looking good for romantic relationships between men and women. I don't see how it can be maintained.